I've always believed that heartbreak, rejections, and breakups are like a rite of passage for guys, right? Because there really is nothing like that pain of heartbreak. Like, especially if she was like your high school sweetheart and you guys were together for a really long time. Like, yeah, you're going through it. And on one end, right, it can either completely destroy you mentally like it does a lot of guys, but on the other end, it can also be one of the greatest driving forces for your life moving forward. So it can either be the worst thing to ever happen to you or the best thing to ever happen to you. In my entire life, I would say I've gone through genuine heartbreak probably twice, and then one really hard rejection from my crush. But each and every time, the feelings were the exact same, and the process for using that experience as a comeback was the same as well. It's actually kind of funny. I remember the first heartbreak that I went through. I couldn't really sleep, didn't really want to eat, couldn't focus on my schoolwork. She was literally the only thing that was on my mind. You know, you don't really feel like hanging out or talking to anyone, and you kind of just want to be to yourself. You got that tight feeling in your chest, you feel kind of numb, you don't really have a sense of self-worth, and you're kind of just replaying scenarios in your head. The first thing you need to do, contrary to what a lot of guys say, like bottle it up, be a man, just don't think about her, I personally say that the first thing you should do is reflect and feel every bit of those emotions. And I'll tell you why. You should be sad, you should be angry, you should be frustrated. You should feel the regret and feel the relief as well. Even feel the jealousy. Go listen to Doing It Wrong by Drake at 2 a.m. in your room by yourself. Go redirect your anger into some physical activity. Go reflect and analyze the regrets that you have to learn from. Go feel the relief and the weight lifted from the negative aspects of those relationships or you chasing her. Go and feel the emptiness and loneliness from this person that's no longer in your life. Go think about the jealousy of seeing her with some new guy. Like, even the feeling of jealousy, right? There's also a spark of excitement in there somewhere where you're like, okay, we'll see. Like, it's gonna be my turn eventually. Because when you do get your heart broken, rejected, or broken up with, that's essentially her saying that you're not good enough. In some way, shape, or form. The more you etch the memory of those feelings into your soul, the more of a powerful force that heartbreak is gonna be for you moving forward. It's just that you have to be able to channel that energy and that emotion in the right direction. So I say that make sure you feel every bit of those emotions. Just make sure you don't act on those emotions. Because that's how guys end up stalking her on social media or something, and then you end up wanting to reach out or text or call her, and that's never the way to go. Because that never ends up well. And if you're able to do this, this will 100% be a reason why you're going to be a better version of yourself in the future. The second thing you should do is dedicating yourself to improving physically. I mean, you can do mentally and spiritually as well, like mind, body, and soul. But the reason why I say physical, the reason why most guys just hit the gym after a breakup, is because physicality is by far the easiest outlet to redirect those emotions of anger, frustration, and sadness that have been amplified through heartbreak. Like when you're angry, right? And guys know this, when you see red, when you're genuinely pissed off, you have all the energy in the world and you're not afraid of a single thing. Like you got that edge to you, like you'll fight the entire world right now. And it's actually an insanely powerful emotion if you're able to channel it properly. And most of the times this takes the form of physicality. And on top of that, it also yields a really high ROI because you're also improving your physique and your looks. It's able to help you regain the confidence that you lost from heartbreak, rejection, or the breakup. Like when you're proud of what you see looking back in the mirror, it makes you feel proud of yourself. And by the way, taking care of your body, taking care of your physical, it's not just hitting the gym and getting a six-pack and having muscles. You gotta take care of your hygiene, make sure you're dieting properly and eating the right foods. You know, you gotta get enough sleep, you gotta take care of your skin, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, Tej Hanley. Tej Hanley is uncomplicated skincare for men. It's simple, effective, you don't have to overthink. There's no 10-step process you gotta worry about because let's be real. As guys, right, we don't really like doing too much. We don't like doing things that take too much time, which is honestly what makes skincare easy to neglect, and that's how I was when I was a lot younger. Having a solid routine is the key to elevating your life. Whether you're taking care of your body, whether you're working out, whether you're sleeping right, whether you're eating healthy, taking care of your skin is another part of that process. Like your presentation always speaks before you do. And Tej Hanley is a proven system that keeps your skin clear and healthy that takes less than 2 minutes a day. It comes with these clear step-by-step instructions that tell you what to use and when to use it. They have a daily face wash to keep your skin clear and fresh. They have an exfoliating scrub to get rid of all the dead skin and unclog your pores. They have an AM moisturizer with 20 SPF to keep your skin moisturized and protected throughout the day. And they also have a PM moisturizer to keep your skin smooth throughout the night. And listen, you don't have to just take my word for it. Tej Hanley has over 16,000 5-star reviews from guys all over the world. And these aren't just empty claims, these are guys seeing real results and real improvements in their skin. And listen, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't like it? The best thing about Tej Hanley is that they give you a handsome guarantee. Where if you don't love it, you get your money back, no questions asked. That's how confident Teach Handley are in their products. And right now they're offering you guys a great deal. Click the link below and get 40% off your first box. And you also get a free gift worth $20 of value. You can either choose between a silicone body scrubber or a grooming kit to keep your game on point. Just click the link below to elevate your game and start taking care of yourself. And remember, it's not just about looking good to other people, but also being able to feel good about yourself and to actually be confident in what you see looking back in the mirror. The third thing you need to do is immerse yourself in your work. The worst thing you can do going through a heartbreak is to just dwell on the past and not do anything. Because you will inevitably start doing self-destructive behaviors. It's just a matter of time. You know, you might start chasing her, you might start eating a lot even when you're not hungry. You might start drinking a lot, start doing drugs, start gambling, start watching porn, doing drugs, etc. You're going to do something to cope with the pain in a negative way. The best counter to this is productivity and not allowing yourself to dwell. And just working so hard where you're too tired to even think about her. To even think about being heartbroken, and this is actually how time passes by and you don't even realize it. Working allows you to fully immerse yourself in the present where you're not thinking about the past or the future. And again, it's something that yields a high return on investment. You're making money, you're elevating your status, your life, etc. You're just slowly gaining that momentum that slowly bleeds to every area of your life. The key to stop feeling sad is by taking action, until eventually you change your situation and enough time has passed to where you no longer feel that way. And by the way, you have all the fuel and motivation in the world to apply yourself as much as possible. The fourth thing you should do is friends. Like, not do your friends, but just spend time with them. Because no matter what, right, even though finding that person, falling in love, that's ultimately your end game, right? There's also nothing that can replace those Friday, Saturday nights where you're with your boys. Where you guys are just laughing, talking about whatever, joking around, roasting each other, getting food, doing some activity. There's nothing like that time you spend with your boys, especially going through a heartbreak. Because guys will give you that relatability and understanding because all guys understand. Most guys know the pain of heartbreak, rejection, gone through the same experiences. But also, they'll roast you to get you back on your feet like you need to. And both things are equally as important. And guys know this intrinsically, but that's why you allow your homie to share, but you also throw a jab and roast him every now and then. Like, even if the situation is still fresh, you could do something dumb and then they could be like, yeah, that's why she left you. Like, as guys, sometimes you need that. And we know it's not coming from a malicious place because they're your friends. Like, don't do the whole thug it out by myself, lone wolf thing forever. Do that at the beginning when you're internalizing those feelings and going through the emotions, but eventually you gotta take your lone wolf self and go back to your pack or go find a pack, otherwise you will get hunted down by life. Every human being needs some type of social interaction, and if not your friends, some type of community or a support system that you can lean on. Not even necessarily like a shoulder to cry on or just a vent, but to feel that camaraderie, to be around people that care about you. Because the feeling of camaraderie will help even in the worst situations. Like, let's say you're in war, right, and you're under fire. Would you rather be under fire alone or under fire with your boys? Even though you're still under fire, one of you guys might crack a joke, and being in it together makes the situation feel better. Like, that camaraderie is irreplaceable. The last thing you gotta do is put yourself out there and try to talk to new people. Now, this is hard, especially after breakups or long-term relationships, because you don't even know how to approach the game or where to start. It's like you're trying to learn to walk all over again because you've only known this one person that you've invested everything into. And now that that's gone, you've kind of lost your direction and you don't know what to do. So you have to make a conscious effort to put yourself out there. And this is important because as much as you thought that she's the only one and there's not going to be another one of her, chances are you probably just haven't interacted with enough women. Like, your view of women has just been based off her and her girlfriends that you have to pretend to like. And I used to think the exact same thing. But you'll come to realize that the more women that you interact with, you realize that there's no such thing as a soulmate. There's billions of fish in the sea. You'll find someone that you like, that you're compatible with, and then that person becomes your soulmate by being the person that's your end game. Like, trust me, bro, she's not special. Not in the way that you've made her out to be inside your head. Don't let attraction or lust fool you. They're not special. And it's impossible to see this until you start interacting with the fish in the sea. And then you'll be like a kid in the candy store. Like, oh my gosh, I want to try everything. Let me get in this line for this buffet. I'm just kidding, but you get my point. Just know that she is not the only one. You'll fall in love again. You'll find someone that makes you feel something even better. Until then, I'll see you at the top. Anyways, I hope you got some from that. Thank you for listening. I love you. I appreciate you. With that said, make sure you stay true. I'll talk to you real soon. Peace.